I've always used seed garlic for growing my garlic crops, but was wondering, is it a waste of money? Can I just use grocery store garlic? So last year, I decided to test growing grocery store garlic versus seed garlic.
Are you kidding me?
First, to prep the planting area, I put down 1 inch of fresh compost across my entire SPROUTBOX raised bed. I view the soil as a bank account. For the plants to grow, they need to make withdrawals of nutrients. Therefore, you always want to be making deposits or investments back into that soil bank account. Then, I dug my first transplant hole and measured out 6 inches before digging the next transplant hole. I repeated this for the entire bed, ensuring every single clove that I plant will be planted into the exact same soil and with the exact same amount of space. From there, I placed a half handful of worm castings into each of the holes. This serves as my next and final deposit into the soil bank account in the fall, but I will add some fertilizer come the spring. And from there, it was time to get to planting. So I grabbed both my seed garlic and my grocery store garlic and broke the heads down into individual cloves for planting. Now for my grocery store garlic, I simply popped each clove into the transplant hole with the pointed end facing up and the flat end facing down. And once those 2 rows were done, I then planted the middle 2 rows with my red Russian garlic, ensuring that every variable has been the exact same. And the last thing that I did in the fall was backfill with the surrounding soil and then cover them with 4 to 6 inches of leaves. My hope is that this will protect them from the coldest winter days so that I lose as few as possible. So with the experiment officially underway, let's now fast forward for our first update to see how many survived the cold winter. It is mid-March, and as you can see, the garlic babies are up, looking pretty good. So today we're going to get them all set for the spring growth phase and do a quick update on them. So what we can see first are those red Russian cloves that we planted right in the middle. They're looking really good, really happy, exactly where I'd want them to be at this time of the year. But the cloves that I got from the grocery store, we have lost a few of them, and they're looking a lot weaker, a lot more worse for the wear coming through the winter than the red Russian cloves in the middle. So at this point, I'm definitely putting my money on the red Russian cloves, but we're gonna have to wait to see what the final harvest ends up being in a few months' time. So the last thing that I wanna do for today is just prep this bed for the springtime, and all that consists of for me is putting down 1 tablespoon of 444 organic fertilizer per square foot, and then scratching that into the top inch of soil. And normally I would then cover it with a little bit of compost, but since I just prepped this bed last fall, I'm actually gonna go straight to just putting down about 2 inches of garden straw across the bed. And I'm really excited to see how this does because it keeps so much moisture in the bed, which could allow these garlic babies to grow super well. So let's now fast forward for our next update. It might be time to harvest these babies. There might be a cool update along the way that I want to share with you. I've got no idea how this is going to unfold from here. So let's fast forward to our next update. All right, this is pretty unreal. So it hasn't rained in 7 days. And this bed without garden straw, I've watered every day this week. And as we can see, it is completely dry on the surface. But for my garlic bed, I put 1 to 2 inches of garden straw down. I haven't watered it a single time. And check this out. The soil here is still completely moist. Perfect moisture levels in there. All right, take a look at this. The garlic has grown phenomenally well this season. I'm so happy with how it's all been performing underneath the straw in the SPROUTBOX bed. Everything is looking really good. Now, we're in mid-June and it's gonna be our final check-in before the harvest date. And as we can see, those that I bought from the grocery store are significantly smaller than the red Russian garlic. Part of this might be because they're soft neck garlic. Another part might be because it's a bit of a cooler growing zone for them versus red Russian growing really well out here. But all that I know right now is that the red Russian has way thicker and larger stems than the ones from the grocery store. And generally that ends up resulting in a larger head of garlic that we harvest. We're of course gonna find that out in our final update. The only thing that I'm gonna be doing for today is just removing the garlic scapes from the red Russian garlic. And the reason why I do this is because it's then going to redirect all the energy from the plant down to developing the head of garlic beneath the surface. And you might be wondering, why are you not doing it for the grocery store garlic? And the reason why is because that is soft neck garlic, and as a result, they don't end up developing any garlic scapes. So I'm just gonna leave them as they are to finish off growing. Speaking of, let's fast forward now for our final results. All right, it is 9 months since we kicked this experiment off and we have made it to the best day of the year, garlic harvest day. And now we get to find out how the grocery store garlic did compared to the Red Russian garlic. And I bet you can already see a little bit of a problem. And that is that all of the grocery store garlic has pretty much already disappeared and completely died off. So what we're gonna have to do now is really start digging down to where they would have been planted and growing to see if any of them have survived and grown into heads of garlic. So let's dive in. This is Red Russian garlic. This is our grocery store garlic. Red Russian, grocery store. So there should be a grocery store garlic right there. We can see this is the stem of it. There should be another one right here, but it's fully died off. Another one right here, but that's fully died off. So we're gonna have to do some digging, get a little creative here. All right, this one we should be able to find and rescue. Let's see if there's any size to it. I'm really curious. I've never done this before. Hey, that's not too bad. Just like a grocery store, head of garlic, smaller cloves, but tons of them on there. Now this is where it's gonna start getting really interesting. Let's see if we can find anything. So I'm just gonna yank and pull. I'm not seeing anything on that one. Nothing there, just a worm. Let's move on to the next one. So here we've got another one, so we should be able to find this one. Let's give it a yank. Oh, be careful with it, there we go. All right, definitely smaller than the Red Russian, but they're there. Wow, there's one. All right, now let's blast down the second side, see what we can find. So that one's there, so it should be right around here. Whoa. Any luck? There it is. Rescued it. Here we go. This one should be good. Whoa, there we are. Little guy. Next one right here. There it is. Got it. Little guy. One more. There it is. 3 little guys at the end. All right. So it's not nothing. There's definitely heads of garlic in here. Definitely on the smaller side though. All right, grocery store garlic is harvested. I've got a lot of thoughts on this. I'll save those for the very end when we weigh all of them to see what the difference is. But to begin wrapping up the harvesting portion, let's go ahead and harvest our Red Russian garlic in the middle of the bed. Now remember, they're always smallest at the front here because this part of the bed gets a little bit less light, but let's get to it. Wow. There we go. That's a good start. This one looks nice. Whoa. Oh.
Are you kidding me?
Look at the size of that. So for context, this is the biggest one that came out of the grocery store garlic, and this is the one that we just harvested. Look at the difference on that. Honker. All right, final row of garlic for the season. 9 months of hard work, coming to an end and starting with a good one. Beauty. And as I harvest this row and honkers like this, man, if you're enjoying the experiments, enjoying the channel, then go ahead and subscribe. I got tons of experiments coming up. I can't wait to share all of them with you. So definitely subscribe to the channel here. For honkers like this. This one looks huge. Oh boy, we're in for one. Oh, you gotta use the full body on this one. Guys, are you serious right now? If you're not gonna subscribe for something like that, I don't know what you would subscribe for. That is a thing of beauty. All right, this row is turning into subscribe-a-thon. Let's see how many people can subscribe while I harvest this row of honkers. All right, there's another one right there. Let's get these last 2 here. Oh, nice clean one there. All righty, folks, this is it. Last garlic to be harvested. If you're enjoying the journey, subscribe to the channel. Tons of experiments coming up. And let's get this last one here.
Oh my gosh, look at this. I mean, this thing is literally bigger than my whole palm. Look at that thing right there.
So, needless to say,
a little bit larger and more successful than the grocery store garlic. But to get our final numbers and actually weigh all of these, let's now fast forward 2 weeks for the final results. All right, the garlic is cured and I've cleaned it up as well by removing all of the necks and all of the roots. So the only thing that we have left to do is pop it onto the scale for our final weigh-in. I think we know what the results on this one are going to be. Now, just before we get them onto the scale, if you're looking to get into gardening and bring a dream vegetable garden to life, then I'd absolutely love to support you with that. These videos are great because I can teach you a whole bunch of things, but I know that there's still so many questions that you have based on the crops that you're looking to grow, based on your location, etc. And it really helps to have somebody by your side through that journey, which is why I launched my online gardening club, Grounded. And with it, I'm looking to bring 100 dream gardens to life next season. So by being part of the club, you're going to have access to live calls with me, where I'm gonna be right by your side, guiding you through the season. You're gonna have access to an on-demand gardening course that's gonna take you from planning out in the beginning all the way through to transplanting, harvesting, and enjoying your harvest. And of course, a private community of like-minded gardeners all looking to bring those dream gardens to life. So if that's the direction that you want to go with your life and you want gardening to play a bigger role in it, then I absolutely encourage you to join Grounded, and you can learn more down at the link in the description of this video. Now, let's get to our final weigh-in, and we're going to start with our garlic from the grocery store. So I am really glad that I did this experiment because I've always wanted to see what would happen. And I now know that I'm definitely gonna be using seed garlic moving forward. So let's pop these on here. Okay, so that is 19 heads that made it successfully to the point of harvesting, and the total weight on those comes out to literally 400 grams right on the nose, which means that the average weight per head in this environment was 21 grams per head. So now let's pop these to the side and get on, oops, and let's move on to our seed garlic that we have right here. And these are literally some of the most beautiful heads of garlic that I've ever grown. And as a matter of fact, if you want to get your hands on the exact same seed garlic that I utilize, you can do so on my website. I'll include a link to it down in the description of this video. As you can tell, obviously, the garlic that you plant makes a huge difference and impact on how well it grows. So we have a total of 23 heads of garlic. So sure enough, 4 more survived the winter, made it through all the way to the point of harvesting, and a total weight of 2,235 grams, which means the average weight per head was 97 grams per head, which I'm pretty sure that the highest that I've ever gotten in an experiment was about 90 or 91 grams. So I'm 99% sure that this is a new record for the biggest heads of garlic that I've ever grown. So, biggest takeaways from this experiment for me: if you're living in a colder climate like myself in zone 7B, definitely go with a hard neck garlic variety. Don't go with something soft neck, don't go with something from the grocery store. As we saw, they're not gonna do nearly as well. And again, if you do want to get your hands on some seed garlic, the exact same type that I grew in my garden here, you can do so down at the link in the description of this video. That's all for today's video. I'll catch you on the next one. See you then.